All right, we just looked at multiplying fractions and simplifying fractions. Now let's look at dividing fractions. So if A, B, C, and D are numbers, then let's say we're trying to divide two fractions. So we have fraction A over B being divided by fraction C over D. So what you can do is you can turn a division of fractions into So we can turn a division of fractions into a multiplication of fractions if we do the reciprocal of one of the fractions. So notice we had C over D, and by doing the reciprocal, where we exchange or we rotate the numerator and denominator, then we get D over C, and we're no longer dividing, we're now multiplying, and now we can multiply the numerators and multiply the denominators and complete the division of those two fractions. And so likewise, what if we have a complex fraction, that looks like this? We can turn a complex fraction that looks like that, again, into a multiplication of our fractions where we take the reciprocal of the denominator and put it here as a multiplier of this first fraction. A way of kind of breaking this down is we've got A over B, and then we have C over D. Another way of looking at it is, you can multiply a fraction. So let's say we had 2/3. We can multiply this fraction by 1, and it's not going to change the value of the original fraction, and that would give us 6/9. So 2/3 would be the same as 6/9. And so we can kind of do that same trick where we multiply the numerator and denominator by the same number. And so we can multiply top and bottom. Let me use a different color here to kind of signify difference. So let me choose a different color. So we can multiply this original fraction by the reciprocal of the denominator. So write this as D over C, D over C. And remember what I said about canceling common factors? This D cancels with that D, that C cancels with that C, and we're left with A over B times D over C all over 1. This 1 goes away, and we're left with this right here. Okay. So, this is kind of, all of this is kind of the long way of doing this process right there. So to divide fractions, multiply the first fraction by the reciprocal of the second. So let's look at an example of this. So this example, we have -7/8 divided by -14 over 27. So we got -7/8 divided by -14 over 27. And what we can do is we can take the reciprocal of this second fraction, and that would be -27 over 14, and it turns this division into multiplication. And let's see if we can break some of these down into their prime factors. So 7 in itself is a prime factor, and 27 is 3 times 3 times 3. 8 is 2 times 2 times 2, and 14 is 2 times 7. And let's see, we do have one common factor, 7 and 7. We can cancel those out. And so what we have left is negative 3 times 3 times 3, which is 27. And down here in the denominator, we've got 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Did I say too many 2's there? That will come out to 16. So negative 7/8. Oh, negative and a negative. This should be positive. Okay, I almost messed up my signs here. So negative divided by negative will be positive, and the simplified improper fraction is 27/16. So in this example here, this is a think, pair, share. This is one that you work out on your own, kind of go through the same process I went through. And let me see here. I think the answer I have is not simplified. Let me pause. Okay, the answer you should get for this think, pair, share should be negative 4 out of 15. So give that one a try.